Hi, it's Addie Gaines, and I am the race director for our Kirbyville School Foundation 5K. I'm making this video so I can help out our trail prep volunteers to see some of the areas that need to be improved if we can if at all possible. I do want everyone to know that obviously it is a trail and we'll do the best we can to make the safest conditions we can have, but obviously there are going to be a few rocks, sticks, and a little mud along the way. The first thing that you really need to know is where to meet. So at 4 o'clock on April the 6th, we'll all be meeting right here in this area, because then that way our group can disperse to different areas that will allow us to be efficient in getting the trail ready. And so I'll go up both directions and show you some of what we'll be taking care of. All right, we're gonna head down towards the dam and I'll show you some of the things that we'll want to take care of in this area. First off, there's just some gravel here along the road that can be easily swept up with a push broom. As we approach those two big rocks, there's not much we can do about those. They weren't there last year, so what we're going to have to do is send our returning traffic after the turnaround to the right side of the rocks, which gets us a little ways off the trail, so in between the right rock and that pole. So we'll want to address that area and make sure that we don't have any big rocks or anything really to trip over in this area. And we may possibly be able to take a shovel and even it up a little bit, but we'll just do the best we can with this area. Another thing, there's actually some broken glass and stuff too. Another thing to note, we have this part of the trail that is damaged from prior flooding, so we're not really again going to be able to do anything about this. I just plan to put up cones the morning of the race to try to help people see where there are hazards and where they need to exercise a little extra caution. This whole area through here will be posted to go single file, so hopefully that'll also minimize difficulties. That rock where I'm needing people to go to the right, we'll put some signage there and also try to have a race monitor in that area to help out with that. I'm approaching along here, there's just some debris. It's like just little pieces of wood and sticks, stuff like that. That can be easily cleaned up with a push broom. Honestly, beyond this area, the only thing that's left that really would have any hazards is just past the dam. There's the office that goes to the dam, and there's a sweet gum tree in front of it. So sometimes those spiky balls are on the sidewalk, and I could definitely see those being a tripping hazard. So going up this way, basically people are going to need shovels and push broom to clean up this area. Okay, we'll go ahead and head up the other direction and talk about the hazards that way as well. Okay, headed down the wooded area of the trail. People that are helping here, we're going to need a couple of sets of hedge clippers because there are places along the trail where small branches stick out where they are obstructing where runners will be. So really we'll be wanting to look at trying to trim anything that's extending onto the trail between the ground and up to about 6.5 to 7 feet, so that we can try to clear them for all our runners regardless of their height. If you are willing to help out with this part of the cleanup, you're probably going to not only want hedge clippers, here's some vines that definitely need to go. Anyway, if you're going to help out with this part, you may also want some gloves, because some of these plants and vines along here do have thorns on them. So want to try to keep ourselves safe while we're running and safe while we are getting the trail ready for the run. A little more than half a mile past where you got onto this blacktop part of the trail is probably the place that may need the most attention. It is going to require more than likely a shovel. This area's got a lot, and maybe a rake, pusher broom. This area's got a lot of leaves, and underneath the leaves is pretty soft mud. Then I'm approaching an area where the drainage ditch pours into here, and there's a lot of mud in this area. Again, it's one of those things, it's a trail, and runners will have to deal with the conditions as best as possible. But just knowing a shovel might be good. This mud's pretty soft. My feet are sinking into it. There's also some broken glass here and there. So whatever we can do to improve this area would be great. And there we go. There's quite a bit here. So a couple of people, probably maybe 3, 4, with shovels would probably be what we need in this area to really get it cleared out as much as we can. As I walked up here, I also noticed there were just several places where there was gravel washed onto the trail. If we can get it off, that would be awesome. But like I said, again, it is a trail. It's not going to be perfect. Beyond this point, we go up a little further, and it's about another half a mile from here, maybe a little less, to get to the gravel road, the next access road in. In that area, the kids from the Branson ROTC can kind of clean up that area in the morning after they get the water table set up. So maybe go another quarter of a mile from here, looking for obstructions or gravel and that type of thing to sweep up and clear out, and then pretty much you'll be done with that area. The people with the hedge clippers, on the other hand, do need to go ahead and go all the way to the turnaround point. I'll do my best to have that marked clearly before Friday, April 6th. But if it's not specifically marked, it's about 20 feet past the gravel access road. And then from there, we'll be turning around and coming back. So there won't be any need to cut anything beyond that. Something I did forget to mention when I was talking about the hedge clippers is also with your clippings, you don't have to worry about picking those up or taking them with you, because when you get out here, you'll see there's lots of fallen limbs and leaves and that type of thing. So just put them underneath the trees and just out of the way of the race, and we'll just let nature take its course on that. This video is just about a wrap. Just to finish things up, just remember that we are meeting here at the bottom of the dam where the gravel access road is, and there's a dirt parking lot, at 4 p.m. on Friday, April 6th, the day before the race. There will be a teacher down here then to check in with if you're a volunteer, and so we can kind of organize what direction people are going and make sure everything's covered. We will be done by 5:30, no matter what. What's done is done at that time, and it will be better than when we started. Finally, just reminders, we do need for volunteers to bring items like rakes and push brooms, shovels, and hedge clippers. I do recommend that you bring some work gloves, especially if you're going to be handling the vines, because they really do have some monster thorns on them that you're not going to want to get cut with. So just warning you about that. Finally, we just thank you so much for helping. Bring your friends. Many hands make light work, and we will see you right here the day before the race, April 6th, 4 p.m. Thank you so much.